You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast. Welcome to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast. I am your host, Brandy Williams. All right. What can I say about this week ahead? First off, it's feeling like Houston today, this morning. It's gonna be a little sticky, a little meh, a little gloomy, a little frustrating. Maybe it won't. Y'all been doing a lot of work. You're coming back repeatedly. You've been doing some work. So it might feel a little might not. I don't know. I think that a lot of us are going to feel uncertain, though, about a few things. But let's get into the astrology of the week. Sunday, today, when I'm recording, December 7th, Mercury in Scorpio made a trine to Saturn retrograde in Pisces at about 25 degrees. So we open up the week feeling a couple of things. We've been noticing some things happening, probably feelings of uncertainty, feeling blocked about something, or just really noticing some stuff that's been transpiring. So in Pisces, Saturn's been teaching us since around March 2023 about having accountability and acquiring spiritual maturity, a spiritual discipline routine, how to create these healthy boundaries. So, Saturn is also in a trine to Jupiter, who is retrograde in Cancer. And Jupiter has been showing us since last summer how to review experiences of the past, emotional conditioning from parents and caregivers, and our heritage and generational stuff, and how to extract wisdom from those past emotional experiences, how to break toxic family patterns, and also how to put ourselves first, put our passion projects first, to put our own wisdom first, to prioritize our own comfort and self nurturing, and to see how we could be rewarded if we are choosing to do that. So, Saturn's in a trine with Jupiter, Jupiter's in a trine with Saturn and Neptune, Loki, and they're both in a trine with Mercury, who was in Scorpio, getting ready to go back into Sagittarius. So there's this water triangle of energy and emotional stuff happening this week. And this is kind of like the final hurrah of all of that emotional triangle stuff. And Mercury is our mind and how we comprehend. It's our siblings, friends, transactions, our immediate environment, social media type stuff, transportation, day-to-day things. It's how we comprehend. It's how we communicate with people. In Scorpio, that is things that are intense, deeply investigated, deep emotional bonds, people we're very close to, people we share things with, karmic contracts, also hidden, secretive, themes of jealousy and also betrayal. So some of the things we could expect this week with this aspect is a revisiting of past situations and experiences, seeing something differently, seeing ourselves differently, taking accountability for boundaries we didn't set and expectations we didn't communicate. We are also seeing certain instances where we felt entitled to other people's energy, to other people's availability. We could have had these expectations for people that was never really expressed. And then from that, we could have develop resentment and just, ill feelings because of that. And so we're taking a look at those things, and we are being asked to have accountability for some of the things that we perceived. We're also possibly experiencing people, memories, experiences from the past coming up in dreams, daydreams, conversations. We could be running into past people. We could also have some type of run in with hidden information being revealed, something that we didn't know, something that we assumed, and then now we got the full story. Or, we could just be seeing something with a new mindset and emotional maturity. Some of the things that we felt other people were obligated to do for us, turns out that wasn't their obligation, vice versa. Some of the things that somebody else felt like we were obligated to do for them, we're starting to see, that's not on me to carry that out for you. We could see ourselves also holding on to things we thought we healed and starting to uncover more buried, bypassed emotions that are showing itself to us So there are some things that need to be acknowledged. We're also seeing our own transformed wisdom, and this could be a little bit of all of it. So some of us are seeing the fruits of our emotional shadow work and transformation. Perhaps we're picking our battles. Perhaps we are taking responsibility for our own stuff and giving people their stuff back, returning projection back to senders, letting our silence be the most powerful presence in the room because literally life feels so much lighter when we stop carrying other people's baggages and when we start unpacking and discarding our own baggage and really tapping into that forgiveness principle or letting something go, seeing something from a more healed perspective. Monday, December 8th, we will probably be experiencing one of the most annoying transits of the week, probably experiencing it now. Mars in Sagittarius is going to square Saturn in Pisces at 25 degrees as well. So, this transit is the feeling of things, people, situations, circumstances getting in the way of something we're trying to do. We could be feeling blocked. We could literally be blocked, like in a traffic jam or freaking one way streets because of construction. So, story time. So, check it out. This morning, right? I wake up like most Sundays, my intuition is on fire. Spiritual downloads are shooting off like, machine gun rapid fire. I'm ready to integrate and deliver this word to y'all. I'm probably all types of neurodivergent. So I tend to lose these downloads quickly. I lose the plot quickly. I got to get it on paper or I have to, more importantly, get it down on audio record. So I need to do that ASAP on Sunday mornings, but not this morning. This morning, everybody got a concern or a think piece or a request. Brother in here asking for ice cream. I told him I was going to get him ice cream last night. So he come in, he sees that I'm up. Oh, we going to get the ice cream? Okay. Tiani texted me about coffee creamer. The dogs need to eat. I hear them barking. Issa wants my phone, but I need my phone because I'm trying to record these downloads. I'm about to lose it. Whatever. So I toss her my phone. I grab her tablet. I bought her some new headphones. I throw them little baby headphones on. I go to audio record my downloads while I'm brushing my teeth. I'm looking around, I'm seeing things out of place. I can't create content or write or connect to my intuition when things are out of place. When I got jackets and shit on the bed, I can't do it. If I see like water bottles and toys, I can't do it. Shit got to be straightened up. So at this point, I am going to transcribe the audio. The audio is not picked up. There is no audio. I've never did an audio recording on this tablet. I am pissed. I done lost all my damn downloads. I had to take a deep breath. So I go into the living quarters. I'm going to extract the dogs, clean them up, get them outside. Everybody's asking me for shit. I am frustrated. James is over the road still. He's coming home today. So, he gonna be needing dinner. Baby, a lot. Everybody got me fucked up. Dear diary, everybody got me fucked up right now. So I'm annoyed. I'm snapping. I'm telling the kids what I'm not going to do, what they need to do, what they don't never do, and what they better not do. And now they're frustrated because it's a domino effect. And meanwhile, the dogs are still looking at me with the, how they do the head cock to the side, like, but what that food do? What a kibble and shit. So I say all that to say that is the vibes of Mars and Sag, square Saturn and Pisces. Having the inspiration and the urge to take action, to deliver the knowledge, to get the wisdom out, to get the sermon out, and get to the thing, but feeling blocked by your own issues, your own responsibilities, because that's what Saturn is about. It's about your responsibilities. And Pisces, it's about your spiritual discipline and emotional well-being as well, and the boundaries that you need to create. All of this happened because of my lack of boundaries and my failure to plan accordingly. So Saturn in Pisces has been in my fourth house of home, family, parenting, emotional foundation, all the things since March of 2023, which is the exact month that I realized I wanted to do astrology for real, for real. And Saturn has been telling me this whole time, that's great. But if you want to advance in that, you're going to have to develop a structure for your spiritual well-being. You're going to have to come into a spiritual practice because as you become a vessel, you need to know how to pour back into yourself, and you're going to have home set up so that everything can flow. And that is where I am right now. Had I been listening and really understanding what Saturn has been trying to say, but hindsight is 2020, right? Had I been listening, I would have reset my house the night before. I would have had my kids with a checklist and put them on duty so I don't feel like I need to do everything myself. And I would have a home flow routine that would enable a spiritual routine, because if the house is set up right, then I have time to go into my meditative practice. And then, like the river that flows into the ocean, that would have provided an effortless and gravitational flow of my intuitive and creative process. And Saturn is saying, yep, now she gets it. And can't skip steps. You have to put the house in order so you can put you in order so you can deliver the word. So this week, we could be feeling blocked and like barriered and shit. Notice where you are feeling blocked. Notice if you have been skipping steps. Notice if there is a space or a place in life where you could have been avoiding responsibility, avoiding creating strong boundaries, lacking the courage to face something, to stop something. Saturn in Pisces is blocking us and blocking something to go forward temporarily because it is asking us to not skip steps, so it's providing this traffic light to stop and see where we need a better plan, a better foundation, more discipline, and stronger boundaries because we're about to step into our big one in 2026 and we can't be building that new thing on a shaky ground. And see if you can let the dust settle without projecting like I did. Okay, they don't take me seriously, whatever. I was able to breathe. I had my cards. I sat down. I made me some bomb ass like hot chocolate coffee. It was so good. I gotta tell my bestie like why she ain't tell me like that shit is good as hell. And I just paused and I breathed and I noticed and I really came full circle to this revelation as I was typing it out to tell you what Saturn has been doing in my life. And so I invite you to join me and see if you can let the dust settle without projecting or, avoid getting into an ego battle. Notice what plans, boundaries need to come alongside of you and what type of routine needs a little TLC this week. Also, avoid critical, angry people, avoid road rage this week because some people are not doing the things that we doing and they might not know how to like release that. So we just want to let everybody be in their process without getting swept into anybody else's tornado. Now, by Wednesday, December 10th, at about 6 o'clock in the morning, Neptune, who is retrograde in Pisces right now, is going to station direct. It's been in a close proximity to Saturn. They've been tag teaming, doing some things for us. So Neptune has been in Pisces dissolving delusions. And this is delusions of self, delusions of others, delusions of how we see the world and the structures that we think that really care about us and they don't. And this is also dissolving the excuses and the victim stories that we could be holding on to. These delusions of martyrdom, like like mine, for instance, I'm often talking about how much I have on my plate and oh my God, and home is, this, that, and the third. And it really is. It's a lot, but the real tea is my failure to plan and to implement boundaries with these children. Like this one right here, who won't stop trying to interrupt me while I'm trying to do my podcast. Please stop touching my microphone. Thank you. And to stop piling shit on myself. Stop accepting other things. Stop accepting too much. Really take care of my spiritual well being, my emotional foundation. It is not my responsibility to put out all the fires in this household, to answer everybody's questions exactly when they need them answered, to let myself be in process. And by doing that, I'll be able to model that to my children. Neptune is also dissolving the justifications for certain grudges, resentments, and bitterness that we could be holding on to. It's co-signing with Saturn and asking us to stop blaming other people, stop spiritually bypassing and not really dealing with the things that are underneath the surface. It's asking us to be our own savior because there ain't nobody else coming to save us. Nobody else gonna do it. And yes, God is here walking with us, but you're going to have to take your two steps. You're going to have to stop them addictions, drop them excuses, them attachments to people who you think going to save you, them facades that you think is making you look cooler than you are, and take your two steps so God can take his 10, so the divine can take its 10 towards you and get you to the thing that you want. Because, baby, ain't nobody coming to save us. They ain't coming. Nobody's coming to save us. And it's not our job to save nobody else. You know, it ain't your job to be Louisa. We want to stop gaslighting, stop guilt tripping, stop scamming people, stop deceiving people. Partner with your own spirit as well. Trust your own intuition. Be your own best friend. Be your own partner so that you can stop being gaslit, guilt tripped, scammed, deceived with love. Me too. Always with love. Also, Wednesday, December 10th, Mercury in Scorpio is going to oppose Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And this opposition happened a couple of times this year. First off, it happened around Halloween. So, October 29th, we had Mercury and Scorpio opposing Uranus. And then around November 19th, we had an opposition between Mercury and Uranus. And now it's happening again. So, Mercury opposing Uranus is going to be the mind and our communication, oppose our nervous system and shaky, quick, surprising things. So, we want to think about what was happening around those other times Mercury was opposing Uranus because something could be rhyming or coming back around, coming back up. The biggest feelings that Mercury opposed Uranus creates is anxiety. So we could feel some type of overwhelm from too much information, too many thoughts, too many choices, too many expectations. There could be exciting opportunities with a lot of moving pieces this week, which is pretty cool. But that also creates a lot of nervous energy and a lot of thoughts in the brain. There could be situations in the world that is unfolding and creating some type of collective stir, some type of media frenzy, social media think pieces and all type of shit like that. So some things to expect this week is hidden information being exposed. Sudden, shocking, surprising events or situations happening, people acting crazy and paranoid, wired and weird, sudden outbursts and arguments from the most unlikely interactions, like the church parking lot or at the baby ballet recital. Just shit going down. Now, the only systems that we can control is our own. Take a full pause and 3 deep breaths. Listen to the water and let it swirl. All the thoughts, feelings, expectations, just let them swirl. Without trying to catch it, respond to it, be open, be curious, see things in new ways, and be not attached to any of this shit. For maybe about 3 minutes, only 3 minutes, or 3 business days. You get to choose. Hmm. Thursday, December 11th, 4 o'clock in the morning or some change. Mercury and Scorpio trines Neptune in Pisces. So delicious at 29 degrees, a graduation degree. This is possibly what happens when you pause. This can be a deeply psychic energy that lets you tap into compassion, empathy, serenity. Maybe you leave something on red and you take a walk into nature and you just be. Just you and God or Goddess or the universe and the trees. And when you let yourself be refilled by the Holy Spirit, by the magic of the universe, by Goddess, by Mother Nature, by stillness, by the intuition, you have the increased ability to access a listening ear inside of yourself that is laced with grace, compassion, empathy, and forgiveness. Where can you have no expectations and take nothing personally? Because we are all projecting from our own experiences anyway. We don't have to take anything personal this week or just in this moment. All right, back on my bullshit. December 11th, Mercury re enters Sagittarius. Mercury back on his bullshit, talking loud, telling stories. Want to be careful for being preachy and dogmatic, but also let's have a good time. Let's talk about some high vibe, high knowledge things. Let's have some fun. Let's take, these advanced ideals on the road because we are almost in Capricorn season and you know how us Capricorns do. We do our big ones. Okay. Now, by December 13th, Mercury in Sagittarius is going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius. And I really love this for us. First off, this is super delicious. Maybe this is a smoke session with your friends who really gets it, your vibey friends. Perhaps we just chilling on a mountain during sunset and really feeling the vibes. Maybe that hike the other day created a really profound shift in your spirit. And now you are having an amazing breakthrough conversation. Maybe we are back in therapy and we're saying, you know what, I can't do it alone. And I have insurance. Why am I just sitting on this thing by myself? I don't have to hold this alone. And you are partnering and pairing with a therapist who you already love anyway, right? Maybe we called someone and we decided to have a vulnerable heart to heart conversation because we have been being vulnerable with ourselves. And that is amazing. Or maybe we're just feeling super strong about our studying skills and these finals that we've been studying for. And you got this friend. I already know you're about to make an A because you've been putting in their work and you locked in. So that is the astrology for the week. I'm going to leave it right there. I don't want to talk about nothing else. I want to let everyone know that December 15th, I am offering first quarter readings for the year ahead in 2026. That is the first 3 months of what is going on for you in 2026. It's $111, and it's a great personal head start. It's a great asset for you to know what to expect next year and stay ready so you don't have to get ready and kind of see the vibes of next year and what's going on. And it's going to have your own personal transits because your energy is so personal and it is moving in a very unique way tailored to you. We talk about your solar return chart. If it's in the first 3 months, we'll talk about your progressions. We'll talk about your annual perfection year, which house and part of life is really highlighted for you this year. Um, yeah, it's a vibe. So I'll have that link for you all December 15th, whatever day that is, and whatever time the podcast comes out, because I don't know. I ain't looked at it yet. But for now, some questions to ponder on. Perhaps we are feeling uncertain, stuck, frustrated, like right now. What small steps can we take to plan something better, to build a better and a more sound structure for ourselves? Or where can we create better boundaries? Boundaries from love and not fear. Silent, beautiful, respectful boundaries and not the ones where you coming out the gate swinging. How can we remain open and adaptable and curious with the uncertainties that we could be experiencing right now? What courage, wisdom, and strength are we gaining with the experiences of tough and emotionally painful situations? How can I be my own best friend, put myself first so that my kids, clients, or whoever I'm supposed to reach with this purpose and this calling also benefit? I love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye. You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast.